The best marketers are the best storytellers. And the best storytellers restore order with their imagination. Hence, AIESEC marketing project. Forget the fact that marketing is not only about the content you create, but also about the stories you tell. The project was introduced 3 weeks ago, and ever since, 18 sessions were conducted while 17 speakers nurtured our young storytellers. Today, we are here to witness the final stage of this impressive project, National Marketing Day, where AIESEC in Sri Lanka will enable you or your company to create a networking space to interact with over 150 like-minded delegates. Furthermore, it will be an opportunity to listen to experts in the marketing industry and get an insight to marketing, designing, and technological techniques from their experiences while they share their success stories. Before we kick off, I would like to mention that this project would not have been a success if not for the support of our partners. Therefore, a big shout out goes out to our official gold partner, the Chartered Institute of Marketing, for making this event a huge success from the very first day. We now have a quick video from our partners. We also extend our sincere gratitude to our media and award partner, Articulate Asia, platform partner, Curve Up Private Limited, studio partner, Eclipse Motion, for ensuring the smooth live streaming of today's event. We also thank our t-shirt partner, Uniform Hub, printing partner, Heritage Image World Private Limited, and our gift partners, the NAC, for providing their memorable gift packs to the delegates. To get your customized gift requirements, feel free to visit their social media platforms and follow them. Also, we extend our thanks to Lumi, the gem store, M&M Trinkets, and Tutu's Cookies. Furthermore, our heartfelt gratitude goes out to our social media partnerships, who will also be live streaming this event on their social media platforms. Colombo Beacon, Bioscope Legacy, Kalani Stream, Good PR, Japura Flames, Mission Green Sri Lanka, the Ceylon Entrepreneur, Stream UOK, and Citizen Media Network, and finally, CV Gallery. Thank you so much for all your contributions once again. And now, to officially welcome you all on this momentous occasion, I now invite the National Director of Business to Business Marketing, Brand and Customer Experience at AIESEC Sri Lanka, and also the Project Manager of Project 100 Storytellers, Mr. Tilina Abekon. Over to you.
Apologize again. Extremely sorry. So first of all, hey AIESEC. So very good evening, guys. My name is Tirana Bacon, and I am the Member Committee Vice President for Business to Business Marketing and Brand and Customer Experience for AIESEC Sri Lanka. First of all, I apologize for the technical mishap that happened from my part as well. It is my privilege and pleasure on behalf of AIESEC Sri Lanka to warmly welcome all of you to our inaugural National Marketing Day of AIESEC Sri Lanka. And we are thrilled to have you here today for such an historic day for AIESEC Sri Lanka, and it is truly remarkable milestone for us as AIESEC, as it is to have the biggest marketing event of AIESEC Sri Lanka. So thank you for coming today and joining with us to mark this special day with us. Your admiration of our work is reflected through, and this goes to show you that AIESEC Sri Lanka and AIESEC is truly about bringing people closer together. So first and foremost, I would like to extend my appreciation to all of you who made this National Marketing Day and Project 100 Stories a possibility, because we truly wouldn't have achieved this success without your commitment and generosity. We had 18 sessions in 4 weeks with the Project 100 Storytellers. We had 18 guest speakers, and you guys participated through all of these 18 sessions. And also, I hope you guys learned lots of valuable insights from these sessions, and you guys will be implementing everything that you learned in your local committees in coming days. Without saying it close, teamwork makes it all possible. So as I mentioned before, today's theme is all about marketing. It is all about marketing. So today was an extraordinary line of events with a great line of experts from the industry of marketing are with us here today. And this is to give you a very glimpse of diverse industry of marketing. You are very much encouraged to grasp every opportunity today holds for you. And I'm sure this will be an amazing opportunity for you to identify and connect with other like-minded people, and also experience what truly marketing is for AIESECers in AIESEC Sri Lanka. So I don't want to take too much of your time. I promise you today will be a very unique day and a very unique experience. And I promise you, today you will truly understand what it is means to be a marketer. So again, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Please enjoy the day. Thank you. Saida, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Tilina. Next in line, we have a short video to recap the 3-week-long marketing sessions of our project, which gathered over 150 delegates from all AIESEC entities across the country.
is something like brand is an interesting and also a very powerful thing. We can say like that created tremendous market value to your organization.
Use a generic module in order to understand what is brand equity, what are the elements of brand equity.
This program of AIESEC, and it's my honor to share a few thoughts about it.
And really, social media is the ultimate example of this. Today, you can whip out your phone, just turn on the camera, and just instantly tell your story to the entire internet and the entire world.
Whatever happens, you can track it. So there's definitely a way you can, even if you don't know a way of how to track a certain thing, you can definitely figure that out. So whenever you're marketing something, right, whether it could be an e-commerce product, OGV or OGT, whatever the product that we are marketing in AIESEC, the main KPI when it comes to digital marketing, what we are worried about is the number of signups.
Users in New York, and we were targeting people between the age of 25 and 64, right? And always remember, these are ad sets, so all these audience selections have to be done at the ad set level.
I think the topic is mostly about digital media and startups, but I think being in the industry, one of the biggest challenges that we see is that for most of the founders and startups, that one of the major things that they always find it difficult is how do they take their stories out, how to get into the media, how to get into the papers, where to start. All of these are the biggest questions that they have.
I mean, present it will actually mix, okay?
The time has finally arrived to introduce our first keynote speaker on National Marketing Day, an outstanding, vibrant personality indeed. He is a digital marketing and content production manager of Akoi Partners GmbH, the founder, general manager, and creative director of Papis and Mamis, and most importantly, the global director of AIESEC International for the term 17-18 for brand and digital marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause to welcome our speaker, Mr. Sabino Alejandro Hernandez Armas. Over to you, sir.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for the invitation. And thank you so much to Cicita for inviting me to actually speak to all of you and to be present in this National Marketing Day. I think it's an honor for me also to be here, and a very important chance for me also to present a bit of my story and hopefully something that can inspire you a bit from my journey that happens during AIESEC time. So let me know if you can actually see my screen. I think it's part of, I made a short presentation for all of you, so I really hope you can enjoy with me. Let's see how it goes. So, first of all, my name is Sabino Hernandez. I'm actually from Mexico, and a lot of people in AIESEC call me Papi. That's basically how the whole story started. Once upon a time, yes, I was MCVP and AIVP Digital Marketing for the organization. But currently, I'm working at a company called Akoi Partners. Currently, I'm actually in Mexico, but I'm doing my work digitally. And I'm also founder of a content creation company called Papis and Mamis, which has the aim to actually create opportunities for creatives, to give them opportunity all over the world to make content creation. So let's start with this. First of all, I would like to introduce myself a bit deeper because this is something I like to do a lot. So there's going to be a lot of things you will start to hear about me. My first thing is, my name is Sabino Alejandro Hernandez Armas. I'm from Mexico. I'm 25 years old. I studied architecture in Puebla, also restoration of architecture. I work for a construction company, which is basically as you can notice, my background of studies is really regarding to the construction part and architecture. But after that, I left it to join the organization. I started in AIESEC in Puebla in 2013. And then I went to the area of finance, passing to the part of the video creation team in AIESEC in Mexico. And from there, I started to scale up in my part of marketing, which was creating a training called DTM at some point, making some of the first showcase in teams for making video coverage for conferences, then national director of marketing in Mexico, in Russia, and definitely my last and my favorite role was the AIVP Digital Marketing 1718. I also have founded some startups. The last one is the one that I'm more proud of, Puppies and Mummies, and I also live in Mexico currently. And I'm looking for my next destination because I'm what is considered right now a digital nomad. So this is a bit of me in a nutshell, but as I'm a person who was invited also to speak to you about my journey in marketing and also my journey in storytelling, which is one of the things that I think was very important to me to create what I managed to create. So I would like you to share another version of my story, which is the one I actually like people to feel about me so that you can understand who I am and also my background, my context, and what it helps me create through my journey in AIESEC. So first of all, I don't like the first picture that I show you about me, but I really like this picture about me, which basically talks about me looking to the sky, having this dreamy personality, being that person who's actually able to create things in its brain and then bring it back to the table. So this is a more accurate representation of myself with my curly hair. Now it's tied on the back part, but a lot about being that person who is looking towards somewhere farther. That's a bit of who am I and also how I like to represent myself. Second thing, I'm a purpose-based worker, which means that I like to work for purpose. This is something I discovered through working in architecture. I decided to quit my job that was definitely better paid than working for an organization like AIESEC, but I decided to do it because I understood that for me it was very important to work for something that has a purpose. I'm also an experience-based learner, which means that I love to put myself into difficult experiences so that I can learn something new. And this has happened on all my choices that I have been through life, like at some point moving to Russia to be national director and having a different experience, or at some point even moving to Africa to have a global volunteer experience that was very related to teaching to little kids in Kenya, in Kibera. So for me, it's a lot about putting yourself into that experience so that you can learn something. And that has been a lot of my journey in AIESEC. Also, one important thing to know about me is that I'm a lover, which means that is not necessarily the romantic part of this side, but actually the fact that I'm a passionate person and I like to put everything that is on my plate to do every project that I have, to every commitment that I made, and also obviously to the relationship that I actually commit to. Another thing about me is that I'm a traveler. I'm a very addict traveler. I have moved all around the world, and obviously AIESEC was a big part of it. I've been in 65 countries around the world, either traveling or also having conferences, meeting people, meeting AIESEC friends as well. So that has been a lot of my journey of also learning and understanding the world in that way. Another fact is that I'm a sunset addict, which means that I'm a person who is really looking towards the end of the day and try to capture that moment that can perfectly represent what it is to be alive. And for me, that is the sunset time. I really believe that is unique. Everyone we are able to admire and see, and that's the reason why I love capturing sunsets. Another fact is that I'm a music junkie, which is very related to the fact of what I like. My start, let's say, into content creation, marketing, and as well video production. The reason of this is because at the end of the day, I have been immersed into music since I was very little. But for me, it's a very important thing to have new music in my daily life. And that's why I have my own channel in SoundCloud and in Apple Music, where you can actually see a lot of new music that I got discovering from every week. I literally listen around 100 new songs per week. just for me to nurture myself with new things, with new music and new sounds that I can actually use after in my productions. A very important fact of me is that I'm a creator. I started all this journey of becoming more on the sphere of marketing and content creation by creating myself. So I went into all the process of understanding how to create, learning how to do it. I'm a self-taught learner in that way as well. I learned most of the things that I know by experimenting, by doing it, and obviously by using some tutorials, as many of us have also done maybe before. But the most important thing is that I did content by my own hands, which was the thing that unleashed the whole story of being a content creator. Another thing is that I like to consider myself a storyteller. What you see there in the bottom, it's my Instagram, which is Curly Traveler. And there is where I expose and publish all my stories that I have been collecting for the last, I think it's 9 years already, that I've been posting every day of my life, one story, which means I'm actually trying to practice with my own life about how to tell the stories that I want the world to hear. And this has been a whole journey for me. It has given me a lot of understanding about myself as a first thing, but as well, it has put me in an approach that people can actually understand who I am, and also maybe contact even with me through the stories that I'm sharing. Some of the last two facts that I want to share with you is that I'm a very, very proud Mexican. And when I say Mexican, is this fact of being a Mexican that can do things. So it's the Mexican. And for me, it's a very important fact because at the end of the day, I think every one of us is a representative of our own country and of our own culture. And if you are proud enough to actually be part of the society you were raised, I think it's important to be able to understand it and also acknowledge it and show it to the world, which is one of the most important things we also do in AIESEC. And as a last thing I would say here is that for me, an important thing is my life purpose. And my life purpose, I literally name it as I want to live forever. And this is a fact that I have been doing for the last also 9 years of my life. But it's not actually about having this possibility of living thousands of years, but the fact that I want that all my actions that I do right now can be a path for other people. That's the reason I like to participate in conferences. That's the reason why I like also teaching to other people about content creation, marketing, and storytelling. And also that's the reason why I'm here with all of you, because I really believe that the impact you are receiving today can unleash something for you in the future. One important fact that I like to believe is that we are all made of stories. Every one of us has a lot to say and has a lot of things inside ourselves that can become a story and can become something for other people. Telling these stories goes beyond saying what we think, because at the end of the day, we need to put ourselves into whatever is happening right now. And it's about knowing how to tell that story. And that's a very important thing, because at the end of the day, we are all different to each other. I like to have this reflection with this picture that once I take, that is the person you see in front of me is one of my best friends, and we are both taking a picture of this beautiful waterfall. But the fact is that we are living two different experiences and two different ways to see this world. And the fact that we both have the opportunity to take a picture out of this waterfall is what brings us together. But at the same time, the fact of how we actually expose that story is what makes us different and makes us unique when creating content and when making marketing and when making everything that we do in our lives. Because of that, I think you and every one of us has the responsibility of showcasing our own story, to be able to narrate through our content, through the things that we do, a bit of piece of our soul so that we can actually impact other people. And that has been basically my journey through my whole time in AIESEC and through the organization. And the reason I was able to work with incredible people like the one you're seeing here, that was my last showcasing team for a conference that was in Egypt. Also to unleash all this theory and things that you now see in the Blue Book, that is one of the main creations that I created during my term, and was one of the most incredible things to work in, because at the end of the day, was able to give to the organization something that goes beyond just the branding, but actually something that is the application of the whole part of how to create stories for the AIESEC. And as a last thing, it has helped me to build my own company, which is the last thing that I'm very proud of. That is called Papis and Mamis, which is a content creation company that is established to give opportunities to all those storytellers that are hidden all over the world that are curious about making content creation, and at the end of the day that are really willing to tell the story. So with that in mind, I think storytelling has been a door of too many possibilities for me, and I really hope that to all of you, it's also a door of possibilities of learning, understanding, and also being able to experiment around and to be able to create something that has an impact and create something different to the world. Because storytelling is about empathy, it's about connecting our hearts with others. And as a last message that I want to give to all of you is that you should never forget to tell the story you want to be remembered for. Because at the end of the day, this is what we do as content creators, marketers, storytellers. We create stories that impact the world. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for the time. My name, as I told you, was Sabino Hernandez. There's my Instagram as well, if you want to follow me. And I'm going to thank again to AIESEC Sri Lanka for the invitation and for letting me be the speaker on your National Marketing Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Sabino Alejandro, for that fruitful session. I'm sure we all would have found some way to relate to your speech. For example, I strongly was able to relate with the sunset addict part because I too love capturing sunsets. So thank you so much once again for joining all the way from Mexico to deliver that speech.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the invitation.
Moving on, the objective of this project is to build passionate marketers.
Recording in progress.
Undoubtedly, our next keynote speaker for today will invigorate that fact. He's a dynamic personality who not only volunteered to share his expertise today, but also supported us as a partner for this project. He is none other than the founder of Articulate Asia, Mr. Enosh Praveen. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You are audible and visible.
Oh, that's great. Great to have amazing personalities here, and love that story, Alejandro. I think you're an addict of sunsets, but I'm an addict of sunrises. That's equally better, and I think you should try that too. But then again, AIESEC, thank you so much for having me. And just to introduce a little bit about myself, I'm Enosh Praveen, and we have a tech storytelling startup called Articulate. But we've been in the industry for about 10 years now. And I think we've gathered a little bit of knowledge and wisdom and experience along the way. So since you guys are pretty much going to go into the industry and you all are going to be future storytellers and marketers, I thought of maybe sharing a few tips and tricks from my side, from what we have learned over the years. So I'll put that into maybe 3 main things, and I can sum it up all into just one main title saying, marketing is not a magic pill. That's what lots of people think. Lots of corporates think, lots of bosses think, lots of CEOs think that marketing is like a quick fix plaster for all the problems that they face. So if I may, leave you with 3 things. That is number 1. Which you can even take notes, is number 1, don't follow the herd. What I mean by that is, many a times you will see that there'll be so many people who are following a particular strategy. Your industry is following a certain type of pattern, and most of the time when you get into a company or when you are in a startup, you are running your own initiative, you would probably be compelled to do what everybody else is doing. You might feel that is normal. I'll just share one link with you that is to show that how you can actually be creative, go out of the way. And I don't know whether everybody can access this, but I think if there is any way that we can put this out, you can do it. But then again, you could go out to YouTube and search. There is an amazing video about Kia Forte. and they compare it with Lamborghini. So just put those keywords and search. I think it's an amazing narrative of how they market a basic family car, but they compare it against a racing car, a luxury sports car. And this is something that, even until while you're watching the video, you don't even realize where it's getting to. And that last 5 seconds, probably about 2-minute video, the last 5 seconds like really hits you. So always find like creative ways and try not to follow what everybody else is doing. And that's something simple. And as marketers, that's something fundamental that, we need to be doing. That's probably number one. The second thing I can leave you with is consistency versus creativity. What I would say is consistency is always better than creativity. I'll explain that to you. Sometimes you see that we work with a lot of startups and companies. What they do is they always want for that big idea, the next big idea to happen. And they kind of, waste all the time in planning, revising, approvals, and, it goes on and on and on. By the time the train is gone. So even if you come out in about, say, a month or two and you put out a campaign, it's not effective. But a much better strategy is, if you're consistent. If you keep at it, I think eventually you will improve and eventually you will become better at it, and your creativity also will be there. But trying to be creative at the expense of consistency, I think that's probably the worst thing that anybody could do. Unfortunately, a lot of companies are doing this. And probably the best way to do that is, consistent creativity. That's a nice place to be, but not everybody gets there overnight. So it's something that you need to keep doing. You need to be consistent. Over time, you build creativity. If you try to do it the other way around, where you need to be, absolutely creative from the very first day, it's not going to happen. It's a hard truth. Get to know this right now, and feel free to explore and experiment when you actually go out into the industry. The third point I would like to leave you with is this pretty much coming back to marketing is not a magic pill, but I would also like to expand it by saying, every magic is a mixture of science, art, and human psychology. So which means it can be a magic pill if you actually know how to make it a magic. If I bring you another 3 bonus tips out of that to explain, why it's not a magic pill and how you can navigate that. The first thing you need to do is simple things. I'll just explain a few simple things. Number one is, don't treat your Facebook like a newspaper. I probably got a call, I think about last week. One of my friends said, COVID is happening and they have shifted their business to something new, and they've been marketing and they've been doing a lot of work, but nothing has been happening. So I asked them, so what did you do? And the answer was they opened up a Facebook page. And I was like, okay, is that it? Yeah, we opened up a Facebook page and we started putting posts. So probably I think that's a notion a lot of people are still holding. The reason why I say that you do not have to, you should not consider your social media like, don't treat it like a newspaper, is don't just go put an advert and expect miracles to happen. Because when it comes to social media and digital media, it's a two-way thing. You need to put something out there, and then you need to create engagement. You need to create interaction. Just putting out there, just putting out to the world and, just promoting might not, get you the results that you're expecting. So simple. Step number one is don't treat it like a newspaper, and pretty much most of the digital channels that you're dealing with. The second thing is, don't treat all of these platforms, especially Facebook, like your neighbor's dog. This is a personal example that I'm bringing in because I think there was a couple of weeks which I used to go out. I think this was the previous lockdown when they opened it. When I used to go out, when I see the dog, I am kind of inclined to go get a biscuit or a bun and throw it to the dog. So it's like you see it and then remember, okay, there's a dog here. Let me just feed a couple of biscuits. But then when you don't see it, you're inside the house, you're like you don't remember that at all. Some companies, they still treat their company social media and Facebook pages similar to this. It's like, only when they see it, they kind of remember, okay, we have these platforms and we need to do something. Or maybe suddenly a campaign comes up or a new product or a launch or something happens, then they remember, okay, why not do it through social media? And that's when they remember, okay, they have these platforms. So simple thing, you need to treat it like your own pet or maybe like your own child. You need to feed it, nurture it, and grow the platforms within your company, and that's how it'll reap benefits for you. If you just expect that to suddenly work wonders for you, it's not going to happen. This is like sadly the hard truth, which you guys need to get to know. Maybe the third tip out of that magic pill is third sub tip is don't treat it like your ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, or rather like a failing relationship. I mean, if you are in a company and let's say the finance department doesn't believe in you, or let's say the CEO doesn't believe in marketing, and you're always at arms with them that things are not working and ideas are not being approved, they are not willing to take risks, they are not willing to explore, not willing to experiment. If you always have this kind of it's kind of not working out, I think the simple step is probably you don't fit in there. Don't stay there. If it's almost equal to like a toxic relationship. So if it doesn't work, don't stay there, because I think all of this needs to originate from a place where the entire organization, the entire company, the entire team or the startup needs to believe in marketing, in storytelling. Maybe at the initial stages, as marketers, you have maybe the responsibility to maybe educate your fellow startup members or maybe your companies, and you could start giving examples and educating them. But it doesn't work like for a long-term perspective. If you're always in battles that you need to always put marketing at the first and you need to fight for it, probably it's not a good place to be in. And this is why I'm saying is, in the industry, usually what happens is there's always a battle between marketing department and the finance department. So very soon, I think once you guys get into the industry, this is going to be like, hey, they are spending this much, what's the ROI? So we need to have ROIs. It needs to be measurable. But the thing is this, you need to do something first to then get the results. You can't expect results without doing anything. And this is something that I would like to leave you all with. Hope I didn't take too much time. And thank you so much. Feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. And we're always happy to help you. And our platforms are always open to you when you get into the industry. Thank you.
Consistency over creativity. What an eye-opening concept. Something that I myself haven't heard of. Thank you, sir, for that insightful speech.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure indeed. And now for the most anticipated moment of today's session, an interview with the band Infinity. We are absolutely honored to have you all with us today. Infinity, consisting of 6 members, Nipal, Ashen, Digayu, Chintaka, Tisara, and Amisha, is a unique Sri Lankan band without any boundaries to their creativity and talent in music. Whether it's local music or Western music, Infinity can do it all. Their essence of music is not limited to one genre, but encompasses rap, hip-hop, rhythm, amp, blues, and country. Undoubtedly, the band is the definition of entertainment. Let us now witness a spectacular performance by Infinity. Infinity, the crowd is all yours. Are you excited to witness their performance? We all are waiting to see them. Let me go through the Facebook reactions. Feel free to put in your comments. It really supports our page. All right, I see one person saying, yeah, okay, super excited. What about the others? Okay, I see a lot of colorful, vibrant emojis. What about the others? Come on, pop in your comments, or feel free to put multiple reactions on our Facebook Live. Going to be fun, yuppie, okay. All right, we just tested your patience and now they are here with us. Let me, as they just joined right now, let me reintroduce them. For the most anticipated moment of today's session, an interview with the band Infinity. Infinity, we are absolutely honored to have you all with us today. Infinity, consisting of 6 members, Nifal, Ashen, Digayu, Chintaka, Tisara, and Amisha, is a unique Sri Lankan band without boundaries to their creativity and talent in music. Whether it's local music or Western music, Infinity can do it all. Their essence of music is not limited to one genre, but encompasses rap, hip-hop, rhythm, amp, blues, and country. Undoubtedly, the band is the definition of entertainment. Let us now witness a spectacular performance by Infinity. Infinity, the crowd is all yours.
Hey guys. Hi. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are staying safe. Hope you can hear us. Can you guys hear us?
Yes, loud and clear, very audible.
All right, perfect. Nifa. Okay, we'll start off with something. This one's for all the lovers of music of the 70s. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Laughing and running, hey, hey, skipping and jumping in the misty mornings, walk with our hearts thumping and you, my brown-eyed girl, you, my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened, Tuesday is so slow, going down on my way, transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding in the rainbow's phone, slipping and sliding, all alone. Brown-eyed girl, you, my brown-eyed girl. You never went.
All right, sing along.
You used to sing, sha la 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 da di da. Hey, sha la 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 da di da. One more time. Sha la 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 da di da. Sha la 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 da di da. Brown-eyed girl, you. they know that you're about, but they couldn't match the glow of your eyes. And oh, well, who am I? Just an ordinary guy, trying hard to win me first prize. Roll my candy up, we could make it together. Further from here and better, where the air is fresh and clean. Roll my candy up, take my hand and I'll lead her. I promise that will be sweeter if you said so in my dream. All right.
What a smashing performance. I am speechless. Thank you so much for opening up the session with that wonderful performance. The Facebook reactions in our Facebook Live are exponentially increasing. It was that great. And before we move on, could you tell us a little bit about the brand Infinity, how it started and how far you have come? Over to you.
Yeah, so basically we were just a few young chaps who wanted to do something different, because majority of the individuals in the band, they were into metal music, including Nifal, Tisara and Digayu. They actually played for a metal band called Revolt. So after that, they decided to, they themselves, like 3 Anandians in the house too, so they themselves decided that we should start a band and do something commercial. So through this competition called Vocalize, which I took part in and they organized, I met them and we clicked instantly, and then we met Nifal through that in the Chintaka. So basically that's what happened in like a sum. So so yeah. So after that, our manager Tisa Kapukotu also joined forces with us to further take us to the next step. So that's how we started. And then the brand, Diga, you want to say something about the brand? Anna. Yeah, so basically the name Infinity, it's very common. So we decided, what do we do different? So we actually didn't have any exposure to commercial entertainment in Sri Lanka. So we did our own thing, and I think that's how we proceeded.
Yeah, for an example, so we tried we tried to come up with a unique logo, right?
Yeah.
And that's how we came up with the monkey. And I think that's one of the examples we can give you for how we build our brand.
So I'd like to add, although we were like young chaps just trying to play music, we all had an idea to actually make this a living, living out of this.
Yeah.
So from the start, we all, although we enjoyed the music, we had that business aspect.
As well,
like
yeah.
we were aware of it.
Yeah.
So I would like to add, like, since all of us didn't have any idea about the commercial scene, so we did things our way.
Yeah.
Which actually
was the idea.
It was actually a weakness which turned into a strength.
Yeah.
And also we were aware that the presence of social media was very important. And also at the time being, it was not this saturated, but we also knew that in the upcoming years that's where the money will be, and so we were very aware of that, and we, from those days itself, we were doing a lot of things in social media, especially the videos. Like all of us decided to actually, when we are putting out videos, for example, like make the audio quality as perfect as possible, because at that time, the only place that you could get that quality was actually buying DVDs, or like going and watching at foreign bands. And there were, in Sri Lanka, it was quite rare that a band will put so much effort into like a live performance and getting the audio and the video sorted. So we targeted YouTube, we targeted Facebook, we targeted Instagram.
So we were lucky enough to predict what's going to be the platform in the future. So we're pretty happy about that.
Very happy.
That's indeed a mind-blowing story. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And certainly it will be an inspiration to our young storytellers. let me ask another question. Kids, teenagers, adults, we all love to try out new things. How do you like to try new things? How does Infinity position itself among the trends that shape the music industry? What do you share regarding that?
So yeah, we try to adapt to the technology and the sounds that come, the upcoming sounds and stuff, in order to interact with the new audience, you know, and to advance in our technology side as well. So yeah, Nifal.
And also, like, as we are like a commercial band, so it's a must for us to cater to the, say for instance, if you're playing live, to cater to the actual audience. And also we took that as an opportunity to like put forward what we like. So in let's say a dinner dance, we wouldn't play like every other band used to play, you know, standards. So we used to put, like, for instance, a Bruno Mars song in between. You know? So to spread what we like and spread the music and the trends that we like. So we experiment with technology and the sounds that are relevant at the moment and the songs that are relevant. And also we use that to play the songs, you know, old songs in the new way.
Yeah.
So we resurrect like all songs.
Yeah.
A lot of the songs that has gone down.
Yeah.
So we take them and
bring
you
them
know,
up with
so take them out of the grave and let people listen to it again. So that made us, you know,
with our own twist.
With our own twist.
Whoa, love that answer. Yes, and man would be living in caves if they were not willing to try out new things. And so the same thing applies to all of us. And that was a very insightful question. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I just ran through the FB page and I just saw it was overflowing with requests for another song. So can we have another performance, Infinity?
Sure.
Alright, something by Mr. Bruno Mars. This one goes like this. Here we go. Yeah. Give me your attention, baby. I gotta tell you a little something about yourself. Yeah. You're a wonderful, flawless, ooh, you a sexy lady. But you walk around here like you wanna be someone else. Oh, whoa, I know that you don't know it, but you're fine, so fine, fine, so fine. Oh, whoa, oh girl, I'm gonna show you when you're mine, oh mine, mine, oh mine. Here we go, yeah. Treasure, that is what you are, honey. You're my golden sun. I know you can make my wish come true if you let me treasure you. If you let me treasure you. Oh, oh, break it down. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. Yeah, you are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. Yeah, you are treasure. That is what you are, honey. You're my golden sun. I know you can make my wish come true if you let me treasure you. If you let me treasure you. Oh, oh.
Wow, what a terrific performance. Electrifying, stunning. I have no adjectives. It was simply superb. And the comments of in our Facebook Live define the brilliance of that performance. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And moving on, let me ask you another question. In which ways have you added value to the Sri Lankan music industry? And how are you different from other brands?
Yeah, I think as we mentioned earlier, we love to do things our way as well.
Excuse me, could you please be a bit more louder so that?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. So as we said earlier, we try to do things different and in our way with our twist as well to songs, like resurrecting songs, as you said. So I think what makes us different from other bands is that we perform. We just don't go out and sing, and we just don't do the job. We want to do something else. Even weddings and stuff, we make sure that a wedding or a dinner dance becomes a concert eventually. At the end. So I think that's what makes us different, and we love to perform on stage and interact with the crowd. And that's cool. That's amazing.
And also, like, in like talking at the band as like a corporate sort of a way. So it actually operates like a corporate way because all of us are equal. So everybody has a say.
Exactly.
So that's something I think a lot of bands that we are different from a lot of bands. Like it's like a board of directors. Everybody has to have a say.
Everyone has a say in what we do.
And then we take the votes and the majority. So in every decision, like something like even
anything really
small
decision.
So we all.
It's easier that way.
It's easier that way. So it made us like not have problems.
Problems, yeah.
There's no power issues inside the band. Like,
exactly.
Everybody's equal.
Yeah.
So in a way that I think that makes us different. And also for the other question, like what have we done to the industry? I think I don't know. I don't know how we can answer that without being like self-conscious. But I think in that way, I mean, the people we have got. So
I think
comments.
we've like emphasized on the fact that social media plays a huge part in the music industry now, because it's not just radio channels and TV stations and stuff. Sorry, TV channels and radio stations. So I mixed it up, man. Anyways, so we were fortunate enough to realize that this is going to be the platform to go forward with. So
especially at times like this.
Exactly. That's what I was going to get to. So this is the only way that we can get through to all our supporters and everyone who's interested in Infinity and everything else as well. So pretty fortunate that we capitalized on this. Yeah.
Thank you for that wonderful reply. And yes, your uniqueness is what defines you. So I'm sure how you all try to make changes and try out new things, experiment things is what makes you all Infinity. So moving on to my next question. We all have role models from our little days to adults. We all have role models. So who inspired you to initiate Infinity? Whom do you most admire in the music industry? Is it someone who has created a strong brand in Sri Lanka or someone in the international music industry? What do you say?
There's so many people in Sri Lanka in itself who really inspired us to become, come forward with a band, like Daddy, Doctor, everyone else, who helped us, Sanukaya, Gypsies.
Yeah, especially Uncle Sunil. I mean, his way of organizing things and taking care of stuff in a corporate way. We learned a lot, like how to write an invoice, how to write a quotation for a client. I mean,
everything.
There was a lot of people. There were a lot of people who helped us.
Yeah.
And influences as far as bands, I think Daddy and
Gypsies,
Doctor, and all the international bands. I mean, like everyone.
I especially love Bruno Mars. So,
that's also another thing. Like all six of us, we have
different tastes in music. So we try to combine everything and come up with the product that we come up with.
I think
so that's what I think that's what makes us different.
Yeah.
So we put all our ideas together and come up with something cool and exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess all your differences is what makes you all more creative and more different from all the other bands as well. Thank you for that wonderful reply. And to give in to the overwhelming requests of our fans on our Facebook Live, please give us one final song, Infinity.
Do you want to sing? Yeah, Hitler's. Yeah. Yeah, so this is our original song, Hitler Vessa. You can check it out on iTunes and YouTube. So yeah, Hitler Vessa. Here we go. Hitler Hendevi.
අපි යන මල් පාරේ විසකටු තිබුණාවේ අපි බිම වැටුණාවේ හීතල වැස්සට අපි බය නැහැ අඳුරේ මං මුලා වෙන්නේ ජීවිත ගමනේ ගිමනක් නෑ අනන්තයෙන් තරු කඩා හැලෙන්නේ රැකට හඳ පානේ ඔරුවක නැගලාමේ පාවෙමු අපි රෑනේ හීතල වැස්සට අපි බය නැහැ අඳුරේ මං මුලා වෙන්නේ ජීවිත ගමනේ ගිමනක් නෑ අනන්තයෙන් තරු කඩා හැලෙන්නේ සිහිවන්නේ අපගේ වාලේ හියලියෙන්නේ ආගිය කාලේ එලි වෙන්නේ අප මැව්හීනේ හීතල වැස්සට අපි බය නැහැ අඳුරේ මං මුලා වෙන්නේ ජීවිත ගමනේ ගිමනක් නෑ අනන්තයෙන් තරු කඩා හැලෙන්නේ අනන්තයෙන් තරු කඩා හැලෙන්නේ අනන්තයෙන් තරු කඩා හැලෙන්නේ Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful performance again. It was, I loved the song selection, most importantly. It was very touching and the lyrics were fantastic. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
And one more question, one last question actually, before we depart. What are your goals and how do you plan to achieve them?
So yeah, at present we are actually working on our album, our music album. So that's the main priority at the moment. So yeah, if you think about the ultimate goal that we want to achieve, obviously to go international, but yeah, being realistic at the moment, we are actually doing our album and working on that these days. So yeah, hopefully we'll give you more content in the future. So yeah.
We wish you all the very best in all your future endeavors. And indeed, it was a great honor and privilege to have the band Infinity joining us for the National Marketing Day. Thank you for accepting our invitation and honoring this occasion with your presence. Once again, thank you so much, Infinity.
All the best to you too.
All the best.
See you around.
Thanks. See you.
Thank you. Moving on, our goal is to create passionate marketers who will be capable of establishing their own brand name. Therefore, let us now reveal our next keynote speaker for today. A talented individual who is not only a member of the Chartered Institute of Marketing, but also the country head of Sri Lanka and the Maldives for the Chartered Institute of Marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge virtual round of applause to welcome our keynote speaker, Ms. Onali Disanayaka. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, Sida. It's going to be one difficult session to keep everyone interested after Infinity going online. So let me try my best to keep you all engaged. So first of all, thank you, AIESEC, for inviting me to be a keynote speaker. The topic that I have got is Gen Z marketing. which I'm sure is not a new thing for any of you. Unlike me, most of you are Gen Z currently. So what is Gen Z? If for an example, if somebody is wondering what is Gen Z, Gen Z is a group of individuals who were born between 1996 and 2010, right? So definitely I'm not part of that. So these individuals are very creative. I mean, you think about yourself. Most of you are part of this talented group. So this group of people think very differently from me or my generation, right? They think very differently. They're very creative. They are outspoken. One reason for that has been the fact that they were born into the Internet of Things, basically. So from the moment they were born, there was the internet available, there were smartphones available, there were lots of interesting things happening. And unlike during our time, we had to wait for things to get information. We had to wait for a letter to come to us. We had to wait for somebody to call or until they got home to call us, things like that. But this generation of people, if I may say so, have everything at their fingertips, which it makes it very easy for them to access information. There's an information overload also sometimes. So marketing to this kind of people has to be done right, because they're not going to take everything we say. There was a generation where they were amused by the people who came in advertisements or what we said. But this generation is not going to take what I say just because I say it. I have to be able to give them a reason for them to buy or even listen. To begin with, even to listen to what I'm saying, they need to have a justification. So that's the kind of group that we are talking about when we say Gen Z. They're not a different kind of animal. They are a group of people who are grown with information. They are a group of people who are inquisitive to find out details, who are creative, who doesn't want to think like everyone else. They want to think differently. They want to think out of the box. They want to create vibes. They want to be the person in whatever they do. So they have a lot of need. They have a lot of aspirations. They have a lot of passion about things in themselves. So the way they express their passion is not the same way that the previous generations express their passion about a thing or a person or a brand, right? So that makes this a little different. To market anything for them, they won't buy unless they see certain values that this product or a brand or a company offers. So if you look at this group, they're tech savvy, they're socially minded, they are very vocal, and they have the power to spend, according to the research that has gone around, they have the power of spending around over 140 billion US dollars annually. I know you're wondering, do I have that much of money to buy this, that, or the other? You may wonder, but if you say that there's a smartphone with a nice camera, think, what would you look at? Would you be keen on having a look at it? So it's not the money that matters to this generation. It is what it offers. There was a generation who was concerned about the price point, but this generation is not worried about the price point. It is what matters that will get them going there. So there are 5 key areas when we look at Gen Z to focus on when we are marketing. So one is number one is establishing clear values and a mission. So establishing your brand's value and communicating them effectively is a key to Gen Z marketing. That means if you don't give them a reason, a value of why they should buy something, they wouldn't think twice about that brand. For an example, if you take clothes for females, females are very conscious about how they look. Not everybody looks the same. Not everybody looks like a model. It has come to a generation where even certain brands have died a natural death because they expect you to be like a model. They expect you to have a figure like a model, a face like a model, the hair like a model. So this generation doesn't accept that. They accept a value and a value for you. So there had been certain brands who had been very successful promoting products for different kinds of bodies, giving it a value and saying you mean so much. For example, if you take Trump, they advertise lingerie, but they don't advertise for the perfect woman anymore. They have different sized women and they say, okay, we have this for you. We have this for you. For your requirement, this is what we can offer. And it will make you as beautiful as someone else. So they are creating that value saying, we are not discriminating you based on how you look. We value you for who you are. We like you for who you can become, right? So that creates that importance for this group of people, Gen Z, so that they are willing to give a try with a brand simply because they are giving importance to everyone, irrespective of their caste, creed, or body, or the color. So that is something unique in this group. Then the next point is transparency and accountability. This group wants, they have a voice, they talk a lot, they are very expressive. So they want to make sure that the brand they buy are very transparent and they're accountable. So if you look at some advertisements by brands such as Nike, and they have been using a certain incident that happened, saying Black Lives Matter. So they are saying, we are voicing, we are standing by them. We are accountable for what has happened. We are not going to say that it's right. We are going to stand by it and say no. So that those kind of brands bring out that value along with accountability. We are not giving something for the sake of giving. We are accountable for what is happening. We are responsible. We are transparent. We don't have any hidden agendas. So that kind of voice rings a bell in this group of people. So they want to tag along. They want to be able to go along with those brands or the companies. So Gen Z, they like to do their own research. They don't just go and buy. They want to do a research before they buy. They want to go and look in your website to see what kind of brands do you have. Are you accountable for what you have done? What are your reviews? Are you just saying it for the sake of saying? If you're just going to be saying it for the sake of saying, sorry, it's not for me. That's what Gen Z says. So they dive deep into a brand, they dive deep into a company to find out what they are, what they have been doing, how they have been progressing, what they've been doing in the past, what kind of issues have they been having? Have they been very loyal to their customers? Have they created that value proposition to their customers? Have they been rude to them? If there are any comments saying, you know, their staff is rude, they don't, they're not accountable, that kind of feel, these people, no matter how good your brand is or how good your product is, they think twice. Because for them, it is not merely a product or a brand that they buy. They buy a concept. They show that they accept your values. They accept what you do. So it's acceptance that they're giving. By buying your brand or your product, they're saying, I accept you. That's the voice they give. So it is not just something that they buy, they're buying, giving you a hidden message. Even though it's very loud, sometimes we tend to ignore it, but honestly what they're trying to do is they're expressing themselves, saying, this is what I like what you do, I am in agreement with what you do, I like to give you a chance because I believe in what your values are and the accountability and the transparency that you show, right? So those are 2 points that the Gen Z looks at when they're trying to buy a product. Then the 3rd point would be establishing your brand's personality. Now, we used to talk about people personality. A person has a personality, this person has that kind of personality. But this generation wants personality in a product, wants personality in a company. They won't just go because there are certain things. Is it good? They want to have more sleek, minimal imagery, that kind of brand where they're bold, they have a very strong voice, and they have loads of personality. Brands should have loads of personality. They're not afraid to make waves. So they want to go for brands who are not afraid to make waves in the market, make waves in the community, because they believe that they should be bold and should have a voice. A brand should have a voice. A brand should make waves in the industry. For example, there's a brand called Starface. It's a cosmetic. They sell pimple protectors, right? And their website and their social media profiles are full of bright yellow stars, smiley faces, happy feelings. Everything is bright, everything is bold. When you go there, you feel happy. So the personality that the brand has created is happy. So when you associate with that particular brand, you're indirectly, psychologically giving that message, I am happy. This is me. I mean, just because I have a pimple, I wouldn't be dull. I wouldn't be worried. I'm happy. I'm who I am. I don't care what you think. I'm happy being me. So that's the kind of expressiveness that they're looking for. Even known brands like Crocs and KFC, the collaboration that they had targeting the young generation. So they were going bold on a lot of their marketing activities because they were creating a voice. They were creating waves. They were saying, this is not just something. We are different. We are a different brand. We are a different kind. You want to, make waves. You want to stand out of the rest of the crowd. Join with us. So those are the hidden meanings that you see going in on these brands. So these are basically targeted for the Gen Z. Because if it was targeted for millennials or anyone else, they're not that interested in these bold products. They're not interested in colorful things. It's not for them. But when you market something for this particular group of individuals, young individuals, you need to understand what is going on in their psychology, what is going on in their lives, so that you can pitch to what is required, right? Then when it comes to this fourth point, a product has to be entertaining. A product can't just sit on a shelf and just be there. It has to have some entertainment. It has to create fun. It has to have quick tutorials featuring various influencers, various creators, you know, things like that, spotlighting what their products are. So it has to be very entertaining. People, they have to be, you know, enjoying these little adverts that they have. They need to be able to digest things very easily. It shouldn't be complicated things. There shouldn't be a long harangue of things where you have to think of what actually happened at the end of the advertisement. It has to be quick, it has to be entertaining, and it has to give you the message right in a very easy, absorbing way where they don't have to think too much, right? So that is one reason why TikTok has become quite entertaining. There are certain companies that use TikTok for marketing their brands. They use Instagram Reels. So that, you know, these things make people want to see, want to watch certain things, because it's entertaining. You see someone doing something and then there's a brand, you know, it's not just boring, you know, you see a product, okay, buy my thing, this is what it does, this is how much it is. That's not what they want. They want somebody to show, okay, here, this is what you do this, you put this tea bag into this, and this is how you'll end up looking, this is how it tastes, and you know, the faces they make, those are entertaining. So a lot of Gen Z marketing has to be focused on these areas, so that the group, that little span of attention that they have, is grabbed and kept live. It cannot be going all over the place, because when you see a still, just imagine you going on TikTok or Instagram. Forget about you, even me. Sometimes you go on Instagram or TikTok and you just scroll through. Sometimes you don't even know what was actually there. But if something interesting, you see something moving, some activity happening, you stop and you wonder and you watch. Sometimes you replay. You go on replaying, okay, because it's entertaining. And then you go and look, you dig deep into the product and find out what their ethics are, what their values are, what their accountability is. So for you to be able to market a product to this generation, you need to be entertaining. So if you are going to do an advertisement, don't go something boring, have something entertaining. Now, for example, in a Sri Lankan context, there was some advertisement that Gihan and Dino did. People watch because it's very entertaining. At the end of the whole thing, there's a product that comes up. But you watch the whole. The normal advertisement would be around 15 to 30 seconds long. But you wouldn't mind watching something entertaining for 2-3 minutes, because it keeps you entertained, it keeps your attention into that particular event that is happening in front of you, right? So that is very important for this target audience. To catch their attention, it has to be entertaining. The fifth one is you have to build a community. Pardon me for saying this, but it is in surveys they have found out that Gen Z is the loneliest generation in most of the developed countries, right? This is not me saying it. It is the research that says it, because these people this generation is to themselves. Most of their friends are on their mobiles, their Instagram accounts, their TikTok accounts, Snapchatting, things like that. So they are in a mindset where they don't go out, they don't get involved a lot. They are more to themselves. So because of that, that loneliness also trends in. So to cover that loneliness, a product or a marketing activity needs to create a community that builds these people to come and tag along with somebody, because they like to belong. All of us are human. All of us like to belong to a group of people. So when we belong to a group of people, we feel comfortable. So this Generation Z, they like a brand if they create a community of people, right? So that, it means that all of them are talking the same language. All of them like this particular brand. So it's very easy for them to communicate, because this generation is not good communicators person to person, face to face. They want that comfort zone to be able to communicate. So if your product or your company can create that comfort zone, this generation becomes very comfortable associating with that company or the product or the brand, because they are comfortable in that zone and they don't have to try hard, right? So there are 5 points, main points, as I mentioned. So for me to go through, it's establishing clear values and mission. You have to establish your clear values and mission for your brand or your product. You have to be transparent and accountable, number 2. Number 3, establish your brand's personality. Brand should have a personality. It shouldn't be just a standalone something. Whether it's a brand or a service, it should have a personality. It should be entertaining. They need to grasp the interest of this audience. And number 5, if it provides a community that this generation can associate with, it would help this brand to reach into that target audience far more easily than contemporary marketing activities, because they think different, they want to think different, and they are in a different age group. Their requirements are very different to the other marketing activities that you may do. So when you go into Gen Z marketing, it is very important, when you do your marketing plans, you need to draw attention of different particular target audiences and how you would be doing your advertising campaigns or your social media campaigns. Because these people, every target audience has a specific expectation. So based on that expectation, your campaign has to change. Your objective may be the same. Your storyline might be the same, but the way you present and the way you attract has to be different. Because the way you attract me and the way you attract a 25-year-old are going to be totally different. I might be okay with seeing a hoarding. But a 25-year-old might not even look at a hoarding. So the platforms are different according to their requirements. Their platforms are different. Their attention span is different. The way they look at things are different. So when you draw your marketing plan, first identify how you are going to do it, what you're going to do, and when you're going to do it. So based on that, you need to tweak your storyline. You need to tweak your campaign according to the target audience, though it is the same thing that you're doing. You can advertise on FB for a separate target audience. You can do the same thing on TikTok for the younger generation, and maybe the same brand in a little more professional way on LinkedIn. So it's the same product, it's the same brand, but promoted in different ways according to different expectations based on the target audience and what you want to gain through them. So this is in a gist, try to capture what the Generation Z marketing is about and what they're looking at. And I hope you gathered something important through this. So thank you once again, AIESEC and the AIESEC team for inviting me. And I hope everybody stay safe so that all of us will one day get to see each other in person. Thank you.
That was indeed an engaging session, madam. And thank you for delivering that thought-provoking, informative session about Gen Z, considering the fact that you were not from Gen Z. And the statement that I liked the most was the part where you said that Gen Z doesn't just buy a product, but rather they buy the concept. It is certainly true, although we don't realize it. So thank you for sharing that with us. And most importantly, thank you so much for granting us with a magnanimous partnership to conduct this massive project successfully. Many thanks to you. Moving on, let us now have a glimpse of the delegates' perspective of the marketing training program. Our delegates have been tirelessly working round the clock for 3 consecutive long weeks, which enabled them to step out of their comfort zones and academic curriculums in order to gain something new. Storytellers are mortal, but their stories are immortal. Let us now listen to their wonderful stories.
Hello, I'm Daniel. Initially, I would like to thank the OC for giving me a golden opportunity to work as a delegate in the project under storytellers. So when it comes to experiences, I learned many new things about different kinds of marketing, and I learned them in deep as well. So I should convey my thanks to the guest speakers and to the OCVPs for coming up with amazing sessions and presentations as well.
So this is actually complete. Hello everyone,
Hello, I'm Sandri Aisha. I'm Sajida Silva I'm Susanna Kandari.
Yes, I would like to thank the OC for giving me a golden opportunity to work as a delegate in the project under storytellers. So when it comes to experiences, I learned many new things about different kinds of marketing, and I learned them in deep as well, where I should convey my thanks to the guest speakers and to the OCVPs for coming up with amazing sessions and presentations as well.
As an individual with a passion towards marketing and as someone who hopes to take up a career in the field of marketing, I would like to say that the 100 Storytellers marketing project has been a wonderful experience for me. I was able to cultivate and develop a range of skills which are key to the field of marketing, and I am extremely thankful for AIESEC Sri Lanka for giving us this opportunity.
So this is actually a complete set of activities which any marketer can be a next level marketer. So I believe that by this organizing these kind of opportunities to AIESECers in Sri Lanka will produce the next level AIESECers, next gen AIESECers.
Project 100 Storytellers was a great experience for all of us. We learned so many things such as branding, digital marketing, designing, photography, easy tools, and so on. It was a great opportunity for me to be a better version of myself, and also I'm so glad to be a part of this event as a marketer. Kudos to all the marketing experts, the organizing committee, and AIESEC Sri Lanka.
100 Storytellers was one of my turning points in my life. From 100 Storytellers, I've learned not only about marketing, but also how to use marketing in practical life.
Being purely focused in Sri Lanka to work with the marketer in each and every purpose. So I'm really blessed to be part of this next level experience. So thanks a lot.
The Project 100 Storytellers is the first and largest marketing project which is conducted by AIESEC Sri Lanka, and I'm so proud to be the successful member of it. During the project, we learned about different marketing strategies like content marketing and digital marketing strategies. And I think this was a great opportunity for students who like to pursue a career in marketing.
And I participated in 100 Storytellers. My journey in 100 Storytellers is boosted by the fact that 100 Storytellers not only just gave us information about marketing, but it showed us the practical aspect of it. Me personally being a marketing student had a lot to learn from 100 Storytellers, and I'm really glad I participated.
100 Storytellers have helped me a lot in developing my existing content creating skills and also learning new skills and strategies in order to become a good marketer. Thank you, 100 Storytellers.
To share my experience on this wonderful series of events, it was really insightful and interactive. Starting off from branding to development of a new product, initiating startups with the latest trends of marketing, along with content writing and storytelling, with the insights of photography and digital marketing.
So from this event, I got the chance to give a session for a huge audience. So
That was the first time I did a session for a huge crowd in virtual. So thank you so much for giving that opportunity to me. And from this event, I learned a lot about marketing, and I learned how to develop my leadership qualities. So thank you so much, OC, for organizing such an amazing event for us.
Guidance provided by past MCPs and MCPs were really helpful in driving this entity's vision to success in the future. So I hope everyone improved themselves after joining 100 Storytellers. Personally, I improved a lot through these sessions. So I hope to see a great increment in the quality of storytelling and showcasing in the future for AIESEC Sri Lanka.
100 Storytellers was a very valuable experience for me. It was well organized program. We got useful information delivered in an excellent manner in 100 Storytellers. Delegates' interaction and input from business people of leading companies in Sri Lanka made 100 Storytellers experience even richer.
It seems like yesterday we joined this project, but we almost reached the end. I did not expect that I would be selected for this project. Indeed, it's a great surprise. Since I am a little bit poor in marketing area, at the beginning it was tough to me, but gradually everything changed. In every session, there's always something new to learn. Speakers encouraged us to look everything in a different perspective, since modern problems need modern solutions. Every sessions were very interactive. I really enjoyed every session. Thank you for everyone who gave me this opportunity to take part in this.
And this is the first participation in my AIESEC journey. It was very helpful to increase in my marketing knowledge and skills. And I learned a lot of new chapters through this project, like digital marketing platform, marketing tools, content writing and storytelling, etc. And I earned a lot of new friends and amazing experience through this project.
Thank you for coming up with this idea and implementing Project 100 Storytellers. Each and every session was very insightful, and we were able to learn something new and interesting every day. A big thank you goes to the organizing committee for initiating a successful event and for connecting us with industry experts and mentors. Despite the virtual platform, everyone engaged well, and I personally enjoyed each and every session. So I hope that this unique initiative will not stop from here and will be continued for the coming years.
I'm so happy to take part in Project 100 Storytellers. It's one of the most amazing opportunity for us as young generation who are looking to develop ourselves. And it is really impactful project to identify our hidden talents and grow our knowledge on marketing. So thank you so much for the organizing committee to organize such a great event for us.
The sessions were really interesting and had so many things to learn from inspiring speakers from our very own alumni, the industrial experts and the delegates itself. I would like to thank the amazing OC for their successful effort. And also, I'm glad to be a part of this enthralling journey of storytelling. Thank you.
I now invite one of the masterminds behind the initiation of Project 100 Storytellers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the country president of AIESEC in Sri Lanka, Mr. Sisitha Hevage. Over to you, sir.
Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible enough. Yes, I'm
Yes,
audible
you're
enough, right?
audible and visible.
Okay, great. So I'll just think like I even looking at the stories that how people got developed and how people got improved in terms of their skills. I'm really happy to see them. And in terms of like all the project behind, I just want to connect all the dots, how it connects. So starting from AIESEC, like we are a youth leadership development organization. And throughout the past, like starting from 1948 from over in the world, and starting from 1995 in Sri Lanka, we started developing youth leaders, right? Throughout the history, I think globally we have created more than millions of young people. Like we have developed leadership in more than millions of people, young people. And then in Sri Lanka, we have like developed thousands plus leaders in Sri Lanka. But most of the time, what I saw is that the stories that are created from the leaders that are created is not showcased enough. And even when you're looking at AIESEC in Sri Lanka, we have been established in Sri Lanka since 1995, but very little know about the impact that we create and the stories that we have created. When like personally in the like since we almost went for 25 years, we celebrated our 25 years of AIESEC in Sri Lanka, I got the chance to talk to a lot of our alumni. And there I saw like how much that they have developed and the experience that they have get. I got so inspired. And I'm very sad that like not everybody get that opportunity to listen to them, to experience them, to see them, how their experience has been and how much they have developed. And now, like, in AIESEC, this is the time that we are developing our leadership, but the journey starts after. So most of the time, after finishing AIESEC, the experience, the leadership development that we get, we are going to get into practice, and we start creating solutions for different issues that we're facing in the world. And wherever, like it can be a global issue, it can be an issue at your company, an issue in your society. That itself, like create a leader sometimes making broad solutions and like minimizing all those problems that we face. So those stories are what is important. And so the main importance, the objective of creating these storytellers in AIESEC in Sri Lanka is really important, because there are the millions of stories that we are creating around the world in through AIESEC that should be showcased. Why I think that it should be showcased and the story should be communicated to everyone, because there are a lot of people who get inspired personally. So the person, like if I take a example that you can relate to, the Sabino who talked at the very beginning of this program, I got inspired from him because the lifestyle he like showcased through his story and how he's like creating positive messages and exploring different communities around the world. And it improves a lot in terms of those thinking, empathy, and like there's a lot of learnings to become, like it helped me a lot in terms of becoming global citizen, because I followed him throughout my journey and experienced different cultures. Likewise, I think there's a lot of things that we can tell. And I like throughout my experience also have seen how much powerful this storytelling tool is like. And most of the time in like even in our day-to-day presentations, like let's say in university when we are doing our project presentation, if we can tell it in a more of a storytelling method, it is more powerful, and that the idea, the communication is very strong. So that's what we want to develop. And so when it comes to the powerfulness of this tool that we can use, when it comes to AIESEC, we have membership experience, then the exchange participants, and also the like lifelong experience, the alumni who has moved out of AIESEC but still creating a lot of impact in the society. So those stories, I think we should be emphasized, and they should be enhanced to showcase enough to extrovert, like go out loud to make them aware, people aware. So the people who get inspired is very high, and the impact that we can create is really high. So let's just take some examples in terms of youth leaders. for climate action. Like as AIESECers, we are working for sustainable development goals, right? So the stories, it helps a lot in terms of creating impact. That story will create an impact sometimes even in the world. So that's what I want you to feel, and especially the people who got like the development or the skills developed through this 100 Storyteller project. I want you to become brand ambassadors. So not only you, but from this experience, make your help, like help your friends and help your exchange participants and help your other members also to do storytelling. And there, I think the impact, the contribution that we can create is immense. And finally, I know that the delegates who have been engaging with this project worked for almost 3 weeks, and did a lot of engage a lot of sessions and did a lot of tasks, activities, practical experience. Those are what shaped you all, right? So like for all these things, there's set of people behind. I want to take this opportunity to thank the partners who are engaging with this 100 Storyteller project, and then the speakers, especially like there was a lot of people from CIM. There were a lot of speakers who shared their knowledge and experience with you guys. So as the country president, I want to thank those speakers for sharing, taking your valuable time with us, and then all the delegates, because this is not going to become successful without you guys, and the amazing organizing committee, because like just putting an effort for one event is very I mean, it's also very like take a lot of effort, but putting effort for like a lot of weeks, I mean more than 3 weeks, when starting I would say 4 to 5 weeks, that is the consistent effort is really appreciate that as the country president. And also one final message that I want to give, all this storytelling, like if you just don't use it, then the whole effort, that the whole time that you invested here will go waste. So from this, like start showcasing your own stories. Like we as whole, like when we take even us, there are 100+ unique stories that we have, and we have inspiring messages, powerful messages that we can give out to the public. So showcase your story, help others to showcase their inspiring stories, and feel the power and do the contribution to create a better society and a better world. Thank you.
You can't sell anything if you can't tell anything. That is the power of storytelling. So thank you, Sisita Hevage, for invigorating that point and for your wonderful message. Moving on, I now invite our country president-elect of AIESEC in Sri Lanka, Mr. Banuka Hathurusinghe. Over to you.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible and visible. And it's really nice to be here, especially this wonderful occasion. I personally believe like I'm very lucky to be here because there are a few reasons for that. Because like I'm going to tell you a story as well, since this is what we are doing is telling stories as well. So 2 to 3 years back, when I was new to AIESEC, I saw these marketing people doing a lot of post creation and publishing them in the channel. So my idea was like, it's that is it. Like when it comes to a marketing role, you are creating the posters, you are creating the videos, and you are posting them. Then your job is done. But then later, after a few years, actually, when I was involved in marketing roles, I saw that the beauty of it, because in AIESEC, usually we are creating stories. We are trying to create leadership stories in each and every young people in this country. So they have the access to AIESEC, and then they are creating their own leadership journey. So we, as an organization, now need to showcase that story to the others as well, to other people as well, to get inspired, and they to create their own journey as well as a leader. So that storytelling part was not easy, like to implement that one, to make that showcasing, to make it visible to the others. It's not easy. So it has to be
very organized. It has to, do so many analytics, and you have to have your creativity. The beauty of this role is that you have to use your both side of the brain. You have to use your left side of the brain. You have to use your right side of the brain. That creativity, that analysis should have to be stick together. Then you are making an ideal campaign, ideal storytelling campaign to the external environment. So we had that problem like a few years ago. My co-VP and myself also had these discussions. We always talk like we need to create this pipeline, and especially the co-VP did a massive job. So somehow this is one of our dreams, to create this platform for the youth to explore their passion towards marketing. Initially, this is not 100 storytellers. We named it as 100 marketers project, but then we realized with some of the inputs that this is not a marketing project. This is more of a storytelling project. Why I'm saying this? Because most of the people who are coming from different backgrounds, coming from financial backgrounds to automobile and everything, they have realized that their passion is with these marketing campaigns, storytelling and marketing. So that marketing aspect like really inspire a lot of people to become the real version of themselves. Like in AIESEC also, we have this beautiful vision to achieve peace and fulfillment of humankind's potential. That humankind's potential, that if our potential, if it is towards the marketing, the storytelling, then we need to fulfill it somehow. To become the best person, this is one of the platforms that we have created. So throughout the past 3 to 4 weeks, I know that there were tremendous ideas, even in our MC groups as well. There was a lot of texts are coming that these are wonderful ideas and we need to really look into these things, and we were joined as well to the course. And it was fantastic, like how creative you guys are, the creative mindset and the interpretation of your creativity. It was fabulous. I think this is the first, maybe the initial start for AIESEC in Sri Lanka as well as Sri Lanka to create more leaders in terms of storytelling. So then we can create more impact by showcasing the things that we are doing. So with that concept, as a heads up, this is not going to be the end. Like this is the start of this massive campaign. So we are planning to continue this pipeline to create more leaders in terms of this field in future as well. So this is a wonderful heads up. We learned a lot, and I'm sure that all the participants, all the viewers also learned a lot from this. And more importantly, at the same time, they have investigated about themselves and they have realized that this is their story, and now and onwards they are trying to develop their own story as well. So this is the beautiful concept behind 100 storytellers. And with my fullest wishes and happiness, I'm telling you guys, like, this is one of the best initiatives that we have created, and I'm sure that most of the young people inspired through this program. And I'm sure that AIESEC in Sri Lanka, from our side, we will be continuing this for the next few years as well, to create more leaders in terms of marketing and storytelling. So with that message, I wanted to conclude my speech as well. Thank you very much for inviting me, and it was a fabulous event, and I'm wishing you, all of you, the very best of luck for your rest of the future.
Thank you, Mr. Banaka, for that insightful speech. Moving on, let us now recall what 100 Storytellers is all about. It is none other than our delegation. They have worked really hard to learn marketing outside their educational scope, and tonight, the best of the best will be recognized. Therefore, I now hand controls to Tilina Abekun and Malish Randulu on behalf of the organizing committee and AIESEC Sri Lanka to announce our talented storytelling marketers. Over to you.
Thank you, Saida. Amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me warmly welcome you to the most awaited night of tonight's most awaited session of tonight's agenda, the awarding ceremony of AIESEC Sri Lanka's Project 100 Storytellers in the National Marketing Day. So, first of all, moving on, we have myself, I'm Tirina Abegon, the Member Committee Vice President for Business to Business Marketing and Brand and Customer Experience, as well as we have Malish with us as well. Malish?
So, hello everyone. It's a wonderful evening to have with you guys. So, I'm Malish Randunu, Organizing Committee President of Project 100 Storytellers, as well as the Member Committee Vice President elect for Brand and Customer Experience for 2022. It's a great pleasure to have announced the winners of this awarding ceremony, and it was actually tough decisions and a lot of hardworking. They appreciate the people who hard work and give their maximum effort in behalf of this successfully do this event. So, Killer.
Amazing, amazing. Yes, Malish. So, moving on. The very first award we have is CIM's Top 10 Marketers of the Project 100 Storytellers in the National Marketing Day of AIESEC Sri Lanka. So when it comes to CIM's Top 10 Marketers, these 10 individuals, they have worked really hard, as Malish said, during these 4 weeks with a grueling 18 sessions. We had campaign management, separate campaign management sessions as well. And during all of these sessions, like these 10 individuals, they are the people who performed best. And we really appreciate your effort. And when it comes to the criteria of selecting these 10 CIM's top 10 marketers of the Project 100 Storytellers, the main criteria that we used were the scoring and completion of individual assignments, because the knowledge you gain during live sessions, these needs to be honed through practice. And we highly appreciate your commitment to this completion of assignments as well as attendance for live sessions, because trust me, during this last 4 weeks with, as I've said, 18 sessions, there were a lot to learn, and we highly appreciate your attendance as well. So, who do you think the winners of these CIM's top 10 marketers are? Malish?
So actually, I can't imagine who are the winners. It's because of there was a huge competition. Like every one of this delegation, they give their fullest effort, and there are people who actually participate all 18 sessions throughout the 6 p.m. to every day. When we are looking for the feedbacks are filled with the every day 6 p.m. is booked with the session. So there are the delegation who give their amazing effort and the time commitment, and also to grab it's basically to develop themselves and give something to the AIESEC as well. So it's really can't imagine who will be the winners, and because trust me, there was a tough competition on behind this selecting these top 10 marketers. I think it's better to see who are the winners.
Yes, Malish. So who do you think winners are? The winners of CIM's top 10 marketers is moving on. Yes. The winners of the CIM's top 10 marketers for the Project 100 Storytellers are, in the first place, we have Chandrasekhar Sadhushan, who scored 92.72 points out of 100 points, who worked really hard to achieve these numbers. And in the second place, we have Satsani Hettiarchi, who scored around 90.39 points. And in the third place, we have Pranavi Sivanathan, who scored around 89.69 points. And with fourth place, we have Minla Pereira, we have Mohammad Rikas, we have Krishani Chamodi Di Silva, we have Yashodhara Jayaratna, we have Vidura Madhushankar, and we have Timali Malavarachi, and we have Sajeev Chaturanga as well. And as I said before, these 10 individuals, like, we highly appreciate the effort you have put in. So with that effort, when we are appreciating, Malish, how are we going to appreciate these 10 individuals?
So congratulations everyone, congratulations for being this top 10 marketers of this project, becoming the part of this 3 weeks project and get the most out of this project. And congratulations the top 10 marketers of AIESEC Sri Lanka of this Project 100 Storytellers. So I will be telling you what the winners will be awarding or getting with this awarding top 10 marketers. So from these top 10 marketers, like the top 10 marketers will be getting 3-month in-depth training from Articulate, Asia, which is our media and awards partner. They will get 3-month in-depth training from the Articulate, and this top 10 marketers will be receiving the 100 storytellers top 10 marketers certificates as well. It will be added to their qualifications, and also they will be getting momentum from the NAC and also e-vouchers from Lumi Gem Store. So these are the top 10 marketers now you can see in this screen. So congratulations everyone of being winning and giving your full effort and being the best marketers of this project. Amazing. So I think we can move with the next award. Let's see what is the next award. Okay, yes. Next award is most interactive delegates. So this is a really tough decision to find out, but organizing committee have put a lot of effort to figure it out who are the most interactive delegate. They have basically download each and every day Zoom chats, and they have analyzed the every questions, and they have noted down the each and everything that we have conducted in these 18 sessions. And through that actually we have figured out these top 10 like the most interactive delegates. I will be give introduction to the what are the criteria that we looking for when it comes to these interactive delegates. Attendance of the session. So it's like we have looking for the attendance of the session, how many like the attentions they have, each and every single delegate we have tracked on that. And the engagement during the session, let's come to engagement. It divided as the number of productive questions they asked and the number of questions they answered correctly. So these two will be take as a criteria. And also the engagement during the group task. There was a group task and going on, and the engagement during those group tasks and the completion of the assignments of this project also we look for. So let's see who are the winners of the most interactive delegates award. Moving on with that. Okay, so here are the most interactive delegates of Project 100 Storytellers. It's firstly Sachinta from AIESEC Institute, then Harushi from AIESEC University of Colombo, and Hanavi from AIESEC University of Peradeniya, Sudarshan from AIESEC University of Kalaniya, and Tatsaran from AIESEC University of Jaffna, Danula from AIESEC Institute, Sydney from AIESEC University of Kalaniya, Hisal from AIESEC University of Rajarata, Nayanatara from AIESEC in NSDL. Finally, Manula Pereira from AIESEC University of Moratuwa. Congratulations everyone on behalf of being the most engaged and most interactive delegates of this project.
Yes, Manish, thank you. First of all, this delegate, and we highly appreciate your interactions during the Project 100 Storytellers, and especially during 100 Storytellers Academy, because like personally I've been online in all of the sessions, and I remember seeing most of these faces directly engaging in pretty much all the sessions in our program. So as Manish said, we highly appreciate your effort, and we highly appreciate your interest in developing yourself and learning as well. And with that, to appreciate your effort, we had around 150 plus delegation, and out of the 150 plus people who registered for this program, you guys were interacting with everyone. You guys were interacting with your own team members. You guys were interacting with other team members, as well as you guys were really interacting with our guest speakers, our organizing committee, everyone. So we highly appreciate it, and to show our appreciation, you guys are winning e-vouchers from M&N Trinkets and mementos from one of our beloved partners, the NAC. So next, moving on, we have the next award is the most interactive delegates that were present during the Articulate session. And as I remember, during this session, there were lots of you guys were interacting really hard, but we had very special two individuals who were asking so many questions, who were interacting so much well, like you were discussing and giving your opinion. So to show our appreciation, AIESEC Sri Lanka and the organizing committee of Project 100 Storytellers, we partnered up with Articulate specially to appreciate you guys. Moving on, and the winners of the most interactive delegates Articulate session is next slide. And the winners are Danula and Shehan. The need to know that the hunger for knowledge, the hunger for to improve yourself. We highly appreciate both of you, Danula Vansing and also Shehan Cecil. We highly appreciate you. And next for the next award. Moving on. Yes. Okay, so during the project 100 Storytellers, we had 7 teams who were competing with each other, who were learning with each other, who while also competing with each other. So when it comes to these teams, we had 7 teams, and we will be, myself and Malish will be introducing each of these teams to you guys. So starting with, we had Team Squad 40, a little combination of AIESEC in University of California and AIESEC in IIT. Next, we have Team Bizbackers, who are comprised with AIESEC in University of Colombo and AIESEC in NIBA. And then we have Team Sparks, who are combined with AIESEC in University of Mortua and AIESEC in University of Rajarata. Malish? Yes.
Okay, so next we have Team Beacon from AIESEC in University of Ruhuna and Team 22 Sets of Lord from AIESEC in Sweden. And next we have the Team Catalyst. It's a combination of AIESEC in University of Iradania and AIESEC University of Jaffna. And next we have Team Master Baba from AIESEC University of Trija and the combination with AIESEC in NSBF. So these are the teams that we have. Let's come to the team award criteria and the team awards. So Tila?
Yes, thank you, Malish. So as I said, like you guys were like when it comes to like teaming up with separate entities as well, you guys didn't know who you guys were gonna work with. And during this program, I've seen lots of friendships are growing up amongst separate entities, and like the team spirit you guys have showed. Some of you guys like worked really hard. Like trust me, the development that you went through, we have noticed during your work, during your interactions, during interactions in the WhatsApp groups as well. All of us from the organizing committee and also from the AIESEC Sri Lanka, we highly appreciate the team spirit that you guys brought. So moving on, for the to announce the very first team award for the night, we have the blank paper challenge award. So basically, when it comes to criteria, main thing we were looking for the creativity and the effort you guys have put in. And trust me, when it comes to these 7 blank paper challenges, there were so many good ideas, there was so many effort. But then, trust me, when I was going through this, I was like, wow, I'm so happy. I'm so proud to see the way you guys have performed. And then we had one blank paper challenge. It was like amazing, mind blowing. Trust me, because thing is like this winner, you guys have like given all of your attention and all of your attention to the all the 18 sessions we had during these 4 weeks. And trust me, your blank paper challenge showed us the hunger you had to learn, to improve, and everything you guys have learned. And then you guys were telling us how you guys were going to apply this, what you learned from here, to your entity, and also to elevate AIESEC Sri Lanka. So without taking any further, to announce the winners of the blank paper challenge is the winner is Yes, congratulations team 22 Shades of Lord, and trust me, we highly appreciate your team spirit and also the creativity you guys have shown us. Trust me, this blank paper challenge was special, something special. Malish?
Yes. So when it comes to this blank paper challenge, as I mentioned, like we have analyzed each and every correction, how they created that challenge and what the message that they would give through that the blank paper challenge. And it's kind of like mind blowing. Like people, we have this much of creative people in AIESEC Sri Lanka. All the entities give their fullest efforts, fullest ideas, and kind of like it's mind blowing idea. So out of that, like the kind of like giving the best idea. Congratulations, team 20 Shades of Lord, winning the blank paper challenge of first entity award.
Yes, thank you, Malish. So with the blank paper challenge, with seeing how creative you can be within a given short amount of time period. So to moving on, next we have we are going for entity awards, and especially tonight, I'm pretty sure this has been the most awarded award in the entire National Marketing Day, and also in our tonight award ceremony as well. So, without keeping you in further suspense, let's start. When it comes to team championship, there were lots of considerations. There were lots of considerations from our side as well. We as Malish said, we have been monitoring you throughout these 4 weeks since you guys registered. We have been monitoring your commitment and your hunger to learn. And the team championship during the project, we had 18 sessions, and also we had separate campaign mentors, and you guys have been working with these prestigious campaign mentors and from our AIESEC Sri Lanka's alumni as well. You guys have been working directly with them, learning with them, and during this team championship, you guys have shown how much you learned. And trust me, these awards are and without taking further time, Malish.
Okay, so the most awaited team championship, like the award of the day. So basically, there are a lot of criteria that we have looked for when it comes to this championship, and the first criteria that we look in the attendance to the sessions, and from the particular team, how many people attended to the sessions, and all the sessions will be there. There was 17 sessions, and through these 17 sessions, the attendance of the overall attendance of that team, and the assignments completion, how many people completed the assignments, like the assignments that we have like to give, and the engagement with the sessions, how they engage with the session, how many people from that entity particularly engage with that session, and the internal marketing group task. We have given the group task, and how they have do that international marketing group task, and also the blank paper challenge. Like the blank paper challenge is also added another points to this. Okay, let's see the team championship. Third place is, trust me, this third place also, like there was a huge competition, and there was some entities have there was a point the gap between second place to third place to first place, and the entities gap between like the point, it's kind of like a very small amount, like so there was a huge competition. So let's see the winners of team championship, the third place. Okay, so excited. Let's see. Okay, 22 Shades of the Lord from AIESEC Lead. You guys are the winners of this amazing award of the third place, winning this entity championship. And it was really like you guys give a full of advertisements, and when we see your WhatsApp groups and the groups also, it's really active, and you guys did an amazing job with the interacting with the sessions and everything. So congratulations, 20 Shades of Lords, the AIESEC League. So yes, Thilayan?
Yes, as Malish said, first and foremost, congratulations team 22 Shades of Lords, and trust me, the hunger you guys have shown since the beginning of the project, and especially the amazing interactions with the delegates group as well. You guys have been an amazing set of delegates, and we highly appreciate the commitment you guys have put in to during the Project 100 Storytellers, and also especially the commitment and the hunger that you guys have shown to learn during 100 Storytellers Academy. So we highly appreciate you. And congratulations, because trust me, as Malish said, like the difference between first and second and third place is like very minuscule, and like we had to it was a nail-biting finish. We could not predict who would have won, because like everyone worked really hard. So congratulations, team 22 Shades of Lords. So moving on, next award we have is the second place of the team championship. So yeah. We have team 22 Shades of Lords as the third place, and we have 6 more teams. So who do you think the winner is? What do you think, Malish? Who will be the winner of the second place?
So excited, I can't imagine. There's a huge competition. Now there was a seven entities. Now third place already gone for the AIESEC slate, and there's 6 more entities competing with each other. And let's see. I can't wait actually to see the winners.
Yes, thank you, Manish. So let's see who the winner is, and the winner is Team Sparks from AIESEC University of Morocco and AIESEC University of Brazil. Trust me, you guys since the day one again. You guys have put in so much work, so much effort, and the hunger you guys have shown to us is like mind blowing. We, as you know, as the current MCVP of for in charge of marketing, and also my successor here with me as well, Malish, we are both extremely excited to see your hunger, especially the hunger to learn, like hunger for development. So we are really excited, and from the bottom of my heart, congratulations, guys. Like, you deserve this. You guys have worked so hard. So the glory is yours. Malish.
Congratulations, CMC Spark, AIESEC University of Morocco and AIESEC in Rajrata. As I mentioned, you guys did an amazing job during this time period, and you guys give your fullest effort and assignments and the attendance and the engagement and the group task and the blank paper challenge and everything. So congratulations, and hope to see some like the amazing job from next year onwards, from you guys. So congratulations on winning the second place. So moving on with that, the award of the day. What is it? The team championship.
First place. Yes. So Malish, what do you think? We had Team 22 Shades of Lords, led by Navindu, winning the third place. Then we had Team Sparks winning the second place, led by Chandula. So what do you think? Who will be the winners? We have 5 entities left, and trust me, everyone worked really hard. But who will be the winners of this night? Who will be the inaugural champions of the National Marketing Day of AIESEC Sri Lanka? What do you think, Malish?
I actually can't imagine who will be the winners like that. It's a huge competition, basically. Like the gap between the competition between the competition and gap between these entities is huge. So it's kind of like the hard to guess. Let's see who is the winner.
Okay, let's see. So the winner of the team championship for the Project 100 Storytellers, and also the winner of the team championship in the inaugural National Marketing Day of AIESEC Sri Lanka is, and the winner is Team Catalyst.
Team Catalyst from AIESEC University of
Jaffna. Yes, Malish, first of you can go.
So congratulations, Team Catalyst, and congratulations University of Peradeniya and AIESEC University of Jaffna. You guys give I want to mention the effort that you guys put on the attendance and the assignments and the engagement sessions and the group task and the brand page challenge and everything. And we had the campaign management session and everything. Throughout the session, the engagement and the effort you guys have put. And wish you all the very best for the the next term, like the terms as well. And the congratulations on winning the award of the day, Team Catalyst.
Amazing. Yes. As Malish said, trust me, when it comes to Team Catalyst, led by Risini from AIESEC in University of Peradeniya, you guys have worked really hard. And I remember even during the branding session, the way you guys were, we gave you guys a blank paper challenge, and the way you guys performed. I remember, I really, admire and appreciate the hunger you have, the, need for development, the competitiveness. You guys were it was a really competitive team championship so far within these last 4 weeks, and it was a grueling competition, and you guys finally won it, and you guys are the inaugural champions of the Project 100 Storytellers. So from the bottom of my heart, congratulations Team Catalyst, congratulations AIESEC University of Peradeniya and AIESEC University of Jaffna. There's a bright future ahead for both of your entities, and also for the AIESEC Sri Lanka as well. And moving on, as the project manager, and also as the project manager, this project, we there's a long history behind this project as well. This is something we want to do, as Bhanuka mentioned as well. This is something we wanted to do for a long time. So this has been one hell of a journey, and during these last 4 weeks, you guys have performed amazingly, and you guys are the champions. And as the MCVP for B2B and B6P, I'd love to see the way you guys continue the learnings you get from this project throughout these 4 weeks, and how you guys implement these through your entities, and also like how you guys use the knowledge and experience you gain to elevate your own home entities and also AIESEC Sri Lanka as well. Because as the outgoing MCVP as well, I'm really proud of all of you, not just Team Catalyst. I'm proud of all of the 150 plus delegation we had, who has been working really hard and competing really hard and learning and showing the hunger. So I really appreciate it. With that, moving on, thank you very much, Malish.
Congratulations everyone again, once again, and thank you very much for attending with the awarding ceremony of the day. And I wish you congratulations and all the best for the winners and each other. You guys give an amazing job. You guys, everybody did an amazing job. You guys, at the end of the day, this is a learning journey, and we learn something out of this, and we got something out of this. And this is trying to implement those things and bring AIESEC Sri Lanka to the next level in terms of marketing and everything. So congratulations, winners, and see you all again.
Thank you, Malish. And we are handing over back to you, Saida, our amazing host. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Malish and Helena, for conducting that awarding ceremony. And congratulations to the winners and to all our participants who could not make it to the awards list. I sincerely hope you learned something unusual throughout the journey. And do not worry, all our delegates will be receiving delegate packs, including gifts from our gift partners. So keenly await your gifts in the meantime. And now, before we bid adieu, I now invite Mr. Malish Randunu, the Organizing Committee President of Project 100 Storytellers, Organizing Committee President and the National Director-elect for Brand and Customer Experience, to wrap up this stupendous 3-week-long project in grand style. Over to you.
Okay, so very good evening to all of you. It's indeed a wonderful day for all of us, and I deem it's great privilege to extend the word of thanks on this special occasion. As the organizing committee president, I am delighted that what we were able to successfully complete the 3 weeks long marketing training series of Project 100 Storytellers. First of all, I must admire the very presence of the speakers who joined us today in this spirit and their busy schedules. On behalf of the organizing committee and our delegates, I would like to extend a warm thanks to our speakers, Mr. Sabino and Mr. Inosh Praveen and Mr. Onali Dasanayaka and the Infinity Band. Also, our country president, Sister Hevage, and our country president-elect, Mr. Banu Khatak, for joining us today with sharing their insights, their stories, and their marketing expertise with us. Next, on behalf of the organizing committee and on my own behalf, I would like to take this moment to thank our executive partners of Project 100 Storytellers. First and foremost, I would like to thank our official goal partner, Chartered Institute of Marketing, for being us with the first day itself. Also, without your support, we would not have been able to successfully bring our project to the end. And also, I must also thank our media and awards partner, Articulate Asia, and our platform partner, Private Fiverr Digital, our studio partner, Eclipse Motion Studio, which is you are seeing currently now in the screen, and our t-shirt partner, Uniform Hub. Next, I would like to thank the gift partners of National Marketing Day, the NAC, for providing the gift pack to the entire delegation, and Dumi Genstore and MM Drinks and the Tuts Cookies. Last but not least, I must thank the social media partners of National Marketing Day, Colombo Beacon, Citizen.lk, CV Gallery, Vision Green Sri Lanka, and Good Free R, and the Ceylon Entrepreneur, and Stream Occupy, and Wildscope Legacy, and the Jumper Friends Light. We are incredibly thankful for your decent contribution and support. And also, I would like to thank all the amazing delegates who have been here since the first day and actively participate in all the sessions all the 17 speakers and also all the 17 speakers who did a marvelous job enlightening our delegation. And also, I would like to thanks and I would like to extend my heartiest gratitude to all the mentors who have been all the 7 mentors who have mentored our teams in order to build the proper campaigns in order to achieve the objectives of AIESEC Sri Lanka in next term onwards. So, and also a special thanks go to our project manager, Mr. Tilina Bekon, and also our country president, Mr. Sister Hevage, and our country president-elect, Mr. Banuka Hathurasinghe, for being the mastermind behind this project. And I would like to extend my gratitude to the member committee 21-22 and the member committee 2021. So last but not least, I would like to thank the strong pillars behind the success of this project. So my amazing organizing committee, I would like to thank Divanga Seniratna, Yanuga Rupasinghe, Foizul Hassan, Ravidu Belgama, Lasindu Pramod, Ragvi Sivanesan, Akhtar Pavas, Kavinge Sudavatta, Yeruli Amaratunga, Chamodi Ratnayaka, Abdul Al-Bahe, Achani Pirpan, and the Samadhi Kasturiarachi. It has been a pleasure to working with all of you, and it has been an amazing team. So thank you once again, my team, giving your fullest efforts throughout this 3 weeks of time period in order to achieve this our objectives of this project, and gives you a fully time commitment and effort. And once again, I want to thank all the delegates who participate with AIESEC, who participates and gain their knowledge throughout this time period. And also, I hope to see the amazing storytellers who is telling their stories to the world, and who is going to bring AIESEC Sri Lanka to the amazing next level in next month onwards, who is going to be the graduated from this AIESEC Storytellers Academy. And thank you once again, everyone, for joining with us. And thank you once again, amazing delegates who will be part of this amazing project, and our partners and our everyone who supported throughout this project. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Mr. Malish, for meticulously putting everything together in that speech. Now, as you all know, every sunrise has a sunset. And as we draw near to the conclusion of Project 100 Storytellers, we are reminded of the quote that all good things must come to an end. So thank you so much for being energetic and consistent throughout the project. And we hope you made memories to last a lifetime. With that being said, I officially conclude the Project 100 Storytellers. I am Saeeda Nazar. It was a pleasure to be your moderator for this occasion. Good night, and most importantly, good luck with drawing your stories into reality.
Of storytelling. Thank you.